Hello, dear traders. How is everyone doing today? Dear traders, I'm very happy to see you all here today. Wonderful Monday. Wow, it's the 3rd of April already, and we are at the beginning of the second quarter of this year. So this means financial quarter, and this means well, pretty much solar or yearly quarter. Well, anyways, things are as they are, and so quite active beginning of this year on the markets. We saw an increase in cryptocurrency prices in the beginning of this year. That was basically the January rally. Everyone was expecting that rally to take place in December, but in fact it did take place in January, and then there was this second wave in March. So it all started on March 10th after the price dropped from 25 to 20,000 on Bitcoin, and then it quickly rose within probably like less than 7 days. Or like, let me see, kind of within 7 days. Yeah, within just 1 week, it rose to um, almost 28,000, and for the last well, probably what, like 2 weeks? Yeah, definitely 2 weeks. We've been there, so that's quite interesting. Guys, my dear friends, how's everyone doing today? Do you have any questions? Do you have any maybe stories that you want to share with our fellow traders? Because we are all pursuing the same goal here, right? We are all here to try and make some buck, make some money, make some cash by trading some risk-free some sorry, risk-free trades. Oh my god. Yeah, to make some trades, etc. So while you are thinking about your questions, and then I will be happy to answer those questions. So like I say, today's topics will are forex trading, and also some other trading ideas, and also some other trading questions that we want to discuss. Trading will take place tomorrow on our India channel, and on Wednesday on the same channel I will be doing my trading seminar, like pretty much like I always do. All right, so the hottest news of today, the hottest news of today is brand. So this morning, when I woke up, like say was like 8 in the morning or something, I was like, I didn't even notice that. I completely overlooked, I completely missed that piece of news that got released yesterday, saying that OPEC plus countries, so oil exporting countries, including Saudi Arabia, they agreed to uh, they agreed to cut down on daily oil output by 500,000 barrels per day. I think that was half a million, or maybe 1 million barrels. Well, anyways, so the news was really a surprise for for oil prices, and so this kind of gap, like more than $4, that was close to $5, that happens maybe once a year. So I cannot really remember. So last time something like this happened, I think that was more than 1.5 years ago. In I think it was like October or November 2021, when like this new strain of COVID was discovered, like Delta Cron or whatever it was called. So I guess that was like one single day gap on Brent, on oil. So oil market is pretty stable market, despite it's being volatile, but it doesn't really experience such strong gaps, because everything is sort of already discounted in the price, in the price of oil. So but even there are exceptions to this rule. So this time it didn't work out, and we can see that we can see where oil prices are trading right now. How it's going to continue and in which direction the price will move from here, I have absolutely no idea, to be honest, because like the general trend suggests that it will continue rising and it will go towards maybe even $90 per barrel or even 95 or even 100 again. And on the other hand, um, the basic rules of technical analysis are or say that say that gaps usually have a tendency to close. So if we have a gap like this, the price at least should go towards like 82, 81, maybe even 80, and from there maybe it will continue rising. So but after such a huge gap, it's just pretty much almost impossible to tell what's gonna happen next. I completely have no idea. It's just like Brent is like everything that was like legitimately happening on Brent before, just with this market move, with this gap, it just completely annihilated, and all the previous order, and like now we just need to wait until the order here or some sort of market logic restores, has been restored. As of now, it has not been restored, and I have no idea when it will happen. So probably today, Brent will be just going from like 83, 85-ish range easily because the volatility is so up high. Hey mate, can we do trading in April month also because it's financial year and there is no data news come? Well, absolutely. It doesn't. I mean, like for a trader who knows how to trade well and who has a trading strategy, so these traders, they don't even notice which month of the year it is. Of course, especially if you trade Forex, so this is a little bit more important because sometimes you just might end up in a situation where you sort of predict the correct moves on Forex, but the market is just not trendy. So you cannot really make a lot of money when, for example, the market is like this. Like it's a, I mean, you can still make some cash in this sort of like range, but of course, on Forex, more money is made on moves like this. So we have this some form of, say, for example, accumulation, and then we have a clear trend, like uptrend here, down tick, another continuation, uptrend, downwards, uptrend. So you need trend, but when it comes to Forex, it's very difficult to trade within such ranges because your risk to reward ratio, it basically loses its advantage. So usually you want to have this advantageous position where your profitable trade can cover up at least 3 to 4 losing trades, and thus you cover up your previous losses and you eventually gain some profits afterwards. So guys, that is like important thing to sort of maintain that ratio. So when it comes to FTT mode of trading, for example, you don't really need that. So plus we have a number of composite indices which are basically formed on the price of numerous assets, and that is why they're usually more volatile, even if some of their components are maybe just trading sideways, like going sideways and not really volatile. So yeah, I think I've answered your question. I don't know why you asked me the same question again. Yeah, so yeah, well, basically, yeah. Maybe one day this week where I would be a little bit more cautious would be Friday, because Friday is a holiday in most of Europe and in the United States and in the UK, in New Zealand, in Australia. So Friday is going to be relatively mild and relatively like low volatile, even though we have non-farm payrolls being released despite this day being a day off. All right. But other than that, I think if you have a well-developed working strategy, you don't really care you just don't care much about those, like just pretty much, you just don't care about some extra like financial year, tax year, fiscal year, all that stuff. It just doesn't matter. All right. So a good question. What about ExxonMobil? So I think ExxonMobil and so British Petroleum. Do we have British Petroleum? BP. Oh, we don't have. We just have ExxonMobil. So ExxonMobil. Well, supposedly it will open up. I don't know. I haven't checked the pre-market here, but I think it should be going. It should be opening with a gap up a little bit. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I've just looked. I've just taken a look at trading view. So yes, it will be opening with a gap up for sure. So here is pre-market. So trading, even though trading hasn't started yet, we can see on pre-market that we are already trading above, so 3% above. So yes, obviously, if oil is 5.6% up, so basically all oil producing company and oil processing companies, they of course are gonna make some extra buck on this situation, from the situation. All right. So what kind of trader who only so a question from Sandro. What kind of trader who only focusing on options, scalper, intraday? Oh, well, it's kind of I don't really quite understand what you mean by that exactly. So the idea is that so we have different kinds of traders, right? So especially that is true to Forex. So we have people who let me just go ahead and try to explain to you. So we have certain traders who only who sort of aim at quick wins, and they close their positions. They open their positions and they close these positions. So they don't really expect to sort of catch, to jump, to hop on this, at least medium length trend or even like a short term trend. They are here to catch some impulse, right? So such traders are usually called scalpers. So they don't expect much gain from each trade, but they usually trade in bigger volumes, in bigger quantities, and they also trade, and they also make a big number of trades per day. So that is called scalping, where you're here for a big number of trades with a small profit, but a big number of those trades. So next, intraday traders. Yes, so those traders who hold their positions for 1, 2, 3 hours maybe, but they usually close them and they don't transfer those positions overnight. So and then we have traders who basically transfer their traders to overnight, so we call them swing traders. And then also probably the remaining category are called long-term investors, because those people, they invest for well, I don't even know, like months, weeks, months, and some people just invest for years, and some people just invest for years and they get money from they also get some dividends. So but that is a different story. All right, so on our platform we usually have so our platform, in my opinion, is ideal for intraday traders and mid-term traders, and of course like long-term traders. But long-term traders can pretty much trade at almost any platform they wish, because for them they don't even need to see like the chart. They just basically relate more on fundamental analysis and on some news, rather than some technical activity, technical moves of the price. All right, so let's try and find some trading ideas. All right, so the Euro USD. All right, so what's the story with this asset? Well, we are back at 1.09, and this can be a strong resistance level, I think. So price can easily drop from here, and price can come to 1.09 and can easily drop from here. So that would probably be my first kind of like news or trading idea. So I want to go ahead and use this trading idea because I think it's a very good one, and I can also see my potential profit that I can make plus $100, 100% off of my trade, even when the price just goes here. Okay, so that's already quite good. So once again, about my risk to reward ratio, I try to maintain it at kind of like 50% risk and 200% profit usually. Of course, sometimes I modify my open trades depending on the situation and depending on other things. So of course, position management, no one cancels it, no one refuses it. So yeah, working with your open positions is also a very important part of the job of each trader. All right, so let's move to GBP USD, so the pound, which is our next good friend after the euro. So as you can see, we have come to a very, very strong resistance level here. So it's going to be a, is this going to be a triple top? So do we have more? Now we can think about this from the standpoint of fundamental analysis, because so do we now have more positive news for the pound or for the US dollar? Well, I don't know. It's kind of like we have pretty many positive news and also pretty many negative news for both currencies. So it's kind of hard to tell which one is going to be which kind of scenario is going to play out. So in this case, since I don't know from the fundamental point of view, I will solely rely on technical analysis. So we have 1000 here with the multiplier 200, and I open a trade downwards, and I also want to use the multiplier of 100. So it's all about managing risks. So in this case, I'm not quite sure where and when the price will move. So maybe it will move, up. Maybe it will, move down. So it's kind of difficult to say. So in this case, I'll just kind of like play it safe, and I will reduce my multiplier in this case so that my risk is also limited. And the smallest one is 50. You can actually open trades with our platform with less than 50, but I mean less than 50 you don't really want to trade that, because then it just becomes very, very very boring, in fact. So yeah, it becomes boring, and yeah, it just becomes very, very slow. So you don't really want to like slow down so much that you only open trades with, yeah, well, whatever. So guys, TPL event. What does TPL stand for? Please explain. I don't know this abbreviation. TPL. All right. So GBP USD, I've opened trade. Now our third largest and third most heavily traded currency pair is so USD JPY, so the yen. Well, guys, personally speaking, I think this looks like a continuation of a trend that we are about to continue our uptrend. But something's telling me that we might reverse here. So let me just go ahead and apply the FIBA levels. All right, so we are still trading at below the 0.5 level, below 50% level. So maybe in this case, yeah, I think we might just go up. I think, yeah. So yeah, and we are also trading above this the previous support level. So I think we have pretty nice chances of actually going up with this chart. All right. So what else? So Bitcoin. So cryptocurrencies. That's these are our good old friends. So we have a really funny situation. So on the one hand, banks stop being like these sort of like reliable institutions to store money in. So that is why many people have addressed their looks at Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, because people feel that maybe that's the place where we can store value. And since banks don't really fulfill this option anymore, well, I mean, like they do, but now there are some concerns about. We all saw what happened just, less than 1 month ago with. Yeah, I mean, like time flies by so fast that it feels like it's been forever, but it's only been less than 1 month with Silicon Valley Bank. That was the first one, and then Credit Suisse almost collapsed a few weeks after that. So that's why this is the main driver for cryptocurrencies, so that they are trading as high as they are right now. But of course, things might change, and we can see these cryptocurrencies go down. Now, generally speaking, my general approach, and I'm shorting Bitcoin right now, but I don't expect that it will drop to say 22,000, 20,000. I expect now a drop towards maybe 26, maybe 25.5 thousand, and from there I will be definitely buying it. And generally speaking, I'm already holding my so my crypto portfolio is been stacking up since yeah, I've been accumulating cryptocurrency since long time ago, since, well, probably, when did I start doing it? I think I started doing this in June. Was that in June? I definitely, yeah, was here, 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 here. Yeah, and then I was like, boom, I was a little bit afraid that my money will be destroyed, and then it sort of stayed here, and then we had this January run. So I think that long-term forecast remains bullish and positive for Bitcoin, but I also expect a quick drop towards here, maybe 25,000, 26,000. So that's in my opinion almost inevitable. So I think that that's gonna happen sooner or later, and probably sooner than later. So of course, Ethereum follows now. I think now it's both Ethereum and Bitcoin's domination on the market is pretty huge, and so yeah, 1,000, from 1,000 it went up to 2,000 in August, and yeah, so Ethereum can easily break above the $2,000 in the near future. So I would say my overall approach remains very bullish on cryptocurrencies. Well, guys, so that's probably gonna be it. I don't see that many questions today in our chat, so feel free to ask me if you have any questions. I will be here with you for the next few moments. So we can look at this week apply, and so what's going on on our markets. So what's going on the markets is our well, like I said, this week is a short week. Friday is a day off, except of course cryptocurrencies and indices, and they're gonna be working. So so that's a holiday, and on Thursday we have these a little bit of news releases, but they are not as important as, for example, last week ones. So guys, as for fixed time trades, we will do it on Wednesday, and also don't forget that we have webinars in Arabic, in Spanish, in Portuguese, in Vietnamese, in and Hindi. So you can find those channels on YouTube. And yeah, I think I will probably wrap it up here. And so once again, I will be happy to see you all again in my next stream. My next stream will take place on Wednesday. And as of now, guys, I will probably wrap it up. So thanks for your attention, and we'll continue talking about the markets next week. So the day after tomorrow. All right, I'll see you soon, and have a wonderful trading week. Bye bye.